Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on this look. It's actually really similar to things I've done in the past, but I wanted to do a like orangey, bronzy, smoky eye using this eyeshadow right here that I have been using and loving. These are the NYX prismatic eyeshadows, and I've always thought that they were good, but I didn't realize how good they were till recently. Oh, so you want to laugh? I didn't highlight the inner corner of this eye. Okay, let's ignore that. I ended the video without even doing that. Wow. If you haven't tried these prismatic eyeshadows by NYX, they are probably one of the best drugstore, if not the best drugstore. Yes, they are the best single eyeshadows at the drugstore right now. And I can't believe I haven't been using, I got them at IMATS, and I can't believe I haven't been using them every single day. So this is the look I came up with. I know it's similar to things I've done, but I wanted to do a full face drugstore tutorial, and I wanted to do something that's perfect for a night out, especially now that we're in the summer with a really like eyeliner. So if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. I just quickly wanted to show you guys that I did my eyebrows using drugstore products, but they take forever, so I didn't show it. I used the e.l.f. Brow Wiz and like the L'Oreal brow mascara. So now moving on to priming my eyelids. I'm using the Jessie's Girl eyeshadow primer. I purchased mine off of jessiesgirls.com and I love it. I love this primer. It really makes my eyeshadows stick onto my lid. I'm going to use a base because I want the gold to really pop underneath the eyeshadow. So this is a Milani eyeshadow stick. I'm not sure what the name is, but I'll have it listed below. Now taking the NYX Prismatic eyeshadow in the shade Bedroom Eyes. I'm applying this to my entire lid with a flat shader brush. I'm not exactly sure why I'm going so slow. Like I'm applying this eyeshadow very slowly and I don't know why, but I love the prismatic eyeshadows. If you don't own any, please go out and purchase them. They're all good, every single one. They're so intense, they feel very high-end and luxurious. Then I'm taking this Morphe fluffy brush. I like this one because it's very like small. It's a small fluffy brush. This is the Sonia Kashuk Ion Neutral Matte Palette, and I'm taking the orangey color. It reminds me a lot of a mixture between Makeup Geek's Chickadee and Peach Smoothie. It's like a nice warm transition shade. So I'm using this brush to blend out the prismatic eyeshadow so there are no harsh lines and to give that extra little warmth to the crease. Then I'm going to go into this brown eyeshadow right here. Yes, that one. In the palette with the same brush. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing because I do want to add more brown to it. I don't want it to be just like a straight up orange crease. Even though I like that, I just want to add more brown to the crease there. Then I'm just taking a big fluffy brush with no eyeshadow and blending things out so there are no harsh lines, you know. Going into this other prismatic eyeshadow in the shade Girl Talk. And I'm applying this to my brow bone just to give a little bit of shine. I don't want to apply too much because this is a very pigmented eyeshadow, so I'm barely tapping it. And then I'm going into the white in the palette and I'm applying that underneath my brow bone. I layered the other one underneath because I didn't want it to be just like a flat white shade, so that's why. Then I'm going to go into a brush really similar to a MAC 217. It's like a paddle fluffy blending brush. And I'm going to go back into that orange shade, and then I'm really going to start blowing out that orange color. Like I decided I wanted to be a little bit more orangey in the crease, you know, my style. So yeah, that's just what I'm doing here, going back and forth with that color. And then I'm going to take this eyeliner from LA Girl, and I'm tightlining with this, and then I'm applying a little bit to my top lashes just so it could look like there's eyeliner there, but there really isn't. So I'm going to finish off my face before I finish my eyes, you know. I'm priming my face with the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. I believe that's what it's called. And then I'm going to go in with this foundation. I wanted to use it because I haven't used it in a long time. I'm using this e.l.f. Buffer Brush. This is the Neutrogena Healthy Mix Foundation. I'm in the shade 40, even though I noticed it looks maybe a little too light, but it's okay. Bronzer can fix that. So I'm applying this to my whole face. It gives a nice, radiant, just like glowy look without being too greasy or too much. I really like this foundation. I don't know why I don't use it more, because it's nice. Then for concealer, I decided to bust out this LA Girl Pro Conceal. I haven't used it in a long time. This is in the shade Creamy Beige. Excuse me, I'm singing. So yeah, this is in Creamy Beige, and I hate the packaging. I think I don't use this as much because the packaging is just so hard to squeeze this concealer out, so it drives me nuts. But it's an amazing concealer, so I use it. So I just started blending all that out, and then I remembered, hey, this is not the brush I like to use to blend. I'm gonna grab my Sedona Lace 217. It's the perfect brush to blend out my under eye concealer. I love it. But then I said, wait. And I decided to plop on the Maybelline Magic Lumi highlighting pen. This is in the shade Ivory. I like to apply this on top of my concealer because it just brightens my under eyes a lot more. It's not opaque enough, or it doesn't have enough coverage to be a concealer on its own, but I do like to use it as a highlighter. So that's what I'm doing, and then I'm just blending everything out. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry. But yes, moving on. So I've decided to do cream products. So I'm putting on a bunch of cream products under my powder products. So I'm taking the Sonia Kashuk Cream Bronzer in Rich Bronze. I like this one more than Warm Tan. It's just a little bit darker and not as like orange looking. So I'm applying this with a Makeup Geek stippling brush. And I'm just kind of contouring with this, and then it falls. Oh, it almost fell out of my hand there. Anyway, back to this. Oh my god, my roots are so terrible. Like, I cannot believe I haven't dyed my roots yet. I'm gonna do that soon, but holy crap, they're so bad. Anyway, I'm taking the Real Techniques stippling brush, and I'm applying the e.l.f. cream blush in the shade Peach Perfection to my cheeks, and I barely put anything on. Honestly, this step was pointless because I barely put any blush on. I wanted it to be mostly bronzy. Then I'm gonna take this L'Oreal Lumi cream highlight. This is in the shade Golden, and I'm applying this to my cheekbones. I don't like the powders in this line, but I really like the liquid illuminators that L'Oreal just recently came out with. So because I hadn't set my concealer with powder, I blended it out with my finger just to get rid of some of the creases, and now I'm going to set my under eye concealer. This is a NYX powder that I couldn't open in the shade Banana. And this is just like a paddle brush from Zoeva, and I am setting my under eyes so that they don't crease and they stay in place. My concealer stays in place. Then I'm gonna go ahead and bronze with a powder bronzer now, just like to set everything. This is a Jane bronzer in the shade Inspire, and this is a Morphe brush from the Elite collection, and I am just bronzing on my face. I'm not doing anything super crazy, not contouring, just, you know, being bronzy. Then I'm going to take this highlighter slash bronzer by Milani. It's called Fantastic in Gold. And I applied my brush in like the white sections just so I can add a highlight to my cheeks, because if I would have applied it like in the bronzy section, it would have been too dark. So that is what I did. And then I finished off my eyes by applying that same brown eyeliner to my waterline. And then I really got up in there and I just like I'm like blinking a lot because I don't like to tug on my eyes. But I applied a thick layer of that to my lower lash line, a lot thicker than I normally do. And then I just kind of blended it out with a brush, just so that everything can be nice and even. And then with a more dense pencil brush, I'm gonna dip it into that orange shade and just go over everything so it doesn't look like a raccoon eye, so that everything is nice and blended and it just looks smoky, not like a harsh brown line. Then the mascara I'm using is from Maybelline, and this is their Miss Manga Rock mascara, and I applied it to my top and bottom lashes. So to finish off this look, I just took the Revlon Super Lustrous Matte Lipstick in Smoked Peach, and I decided I wanted it to be glossy, not matte, and a little bit more pink, not so peach. So I took the e.l.f. Extra Lip Gloss in the shade Brian, and I just applied it on top. And then that completes this makeup tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.